Good morning, my friends. I'm out here in my backyard. I live in Central Florida. Windermere is our little town, and we're considered Zone 9B. The temperature right now is right about 83 degrees. Actually, on the back porch, where it's a little more temperate, but 83 degrees and 90% humidity. And I can vouch for that. I put the shirt on about 15 minutes ago, and it's already clammy wet, and I've just been gathering a few things. So anyway, what I wanted to do today was actually add to my compost, my new Geobin composter, which if you watched the video that was a few days ago, it was Rick and I putting this together. And with our first edition, we got right up to right about here, which is probably about 5 inches, maybe something like that. And I also bought this Subpod Aerator, and it came in 4 pieces, and you not only screw it together, but you also put like a crazy glue type thing on to really keep it, intact, because the screws are really quite short. Anyway, I've gathered up my stuff. My neighbor generously gives me his grass clippings, and I've really gotten into it. He was somebody who didn't really recycle that much before, but now it's kind of like, wow, we're really doing great. And last week it was 53 pounds of grass clippings, and this week was week to week. The week before was like 10 days, and this was 6 days, but it was only 30 pounds. And he must have done it in the evening, and because they were drier, they're drier leaves, blades of grass, and in most weeks he does it and brings it right down, and so you still have that wet content. So I guess unless we're cheating, but dry is less weight. But what I have here is 30 pounds of grass clippings. I've got about 3 pounds, just over that, in shredded cardboard. I'm also going to add some of my really nice worm castings to it to really get that microbial action going. And then I'll show you. I can't do it, with 2 hands and hold the camera, but I'll show you how this works. It's really a nice little piece. So just to get started, I'm just going to put a little bit of my worm castings on top here, and then some fresh grass clippings. And the nice part about this composter, I have to say, is, my first assessment was, gee, it doesn't seem very sturdy, the fact that this is like rubbery. But what's really nice is if you bend over and you have to reach in there and get it, you're not stabbing your ribs. And I think maybe for men who have more muscle tissue here, that might not bother you, but I think for women, leaning on something that's really kind of sharp, and this is maybe 1/8 of an inch, maybe 1/4 of an inch rather, that would really bruise me. So the grass clippings went on first, a little bit of the carbon, a little more worm castings. I am going to wet this down because this whole batch is much drier than usual. Although, see, this part feels pretty wet. And wet just like, humid. Let me pause the camera. Okay, I've added 30 pounds of grass clippings, 3 pounds of shredded cardboard. I've added quite a bit of the worm castings, and that's going to be the end of it. And now it's up to about here. And now I've started just kind of screwing this in, and you can see it comes up pretty nice, and it does twist in here, and it comes up very, very nice. Rick seemed to be having a lot of trouble over the weekend, and I thought there has to be a better way of doing this. And let me stop this again and redirect so you can see. Great. So let me show you. As you can see, it's just a push it in and turn it around. If you need 2 hands, you know, when it starts getting a little closer and you can feel you're hitting a little bit more of your old compost, and you can see, wow, I'd get a hold of this part and pull it out, and you can see I'm bringing up all kinds of stuff. But I think this is a pretty nice deal. This Geos was under 40, I think it was 35 or something, and then the aerator was, I believe, 42. As you can see, I'm really doing this with very little work. What have I got here? You know, it's really hot. It's a really hot day, and the old line is that horses sweat and men perspire and women glow. And with that in mind, I can tell you I'm lighting up the backyard. I'm glowing. But I won't hold you. I just wanted you to see how nice this is. And you know, when this goes from being grass clippings to being dark, rich compost, I will certainly be proud enough to take you along and show you this. This is really quite a deal, and I would think that even if there's worms in there, I'm not going to, I mean, this is really quite sharp, but I think the worms would just slide right around it. You know, I don't think anybody's going to get really caught in there. Let me go down one last time and show you really how deep it goes. Ooh, we are down at the bottom. It's not hard to pull. I just am being careful. Yeah, see, there's my dirt. There's my soil that you're seeing from just a few days ago, even, really. So anyway, that was really all I wanted to show you. I wanted to say, if you are able to get one of these, I mean, it really looks very neat. I could put I could put bricks around it, or I could put finishing rocks around it, and I could make this fit in so that any HOA would accept it as a just, you know, part of your backyard or front yard decor. So anyway, I hope everybody's having a great day, and I hope you'll come back and see me again real soon. Take care, everybody. Bye-bye.